What's up, y'all? This is Candid Conversations
with Angie B. Winning.
And I'm Nakeyia B.
And welcome.
Listen, we are actually doing this.
It's a long time coming.
A long time. Well, not really that long.
Individually, it has been.
Yes.
Individually.
So he said individually.
Yes.
I mean, that's key. How did you start this whole podcast thing? Like, you share how you got into it. I share how I got into it. And then let's talk about how we got into it together.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I had a podcast that God told me that I was to create back in 2019 called Under Construction, and told me that after I finished my master's, I had asked him for a really long time, why did he have me back in school? Because I really didn't like school. And, God began to reveal to me that, number one, the reason why I felt like I wasn't good at school is because that's what I was continuously saying. So in that season of my life, he gave me Under Construction because he was reminding me that it was okay to give myself grace as I unlearn, deconstruct, and construct, and to build up. So I was faithful, I was obedient, but when it came time for me to do another season, I kind of fell off. And then when I relaunched Angie B. Winning, I tried to come out with the Angie B. Winning podcast, did about 3. Let's just say it got to a point where I was asking God, well, first of all, repenting, because I know that this is something that he wanted me to do, but I didn't have that same drive and desire because I did enjoy doing it. The only thing that he gave me was, I told you what to do, not how to do it.
Come on, listen.
So, I ended up meeting your girl, Nakeyia B. She tried to take over my photo shoot.
I did. I ain't even know. See, I got that takeover spirit sometimes. But no, listen. Like you're saying right now is like literally exactly kind of the same trajectory that God had me on. Back in 2020. Well, see, I have a tendency, and I'm not proud of this, y'all. This is Candid Conversations, right? I have a tendency of delaying my obedience to God out of fear. Right? And so delayed obedience is still disobedient. Okay? Years ago, probably back in like 2014, God gave me Color Me Free, right? Took forever to write the book. I finally wrote the book and released it in 2020. I've always liked to have these kind of conversations with, people. So he said, do a podcast. I was like, bro, I done did everything you told me to do. I don't want to just get on somewhere and talk to myself, number one. Number two, I'm like, Lord, everybody's doing a podcast. That's the same thing I felt about the book. I was like, everybody's writing a book. I don't want to do everything that everybody else is doing. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm getting on like a bandwagon. It was really just fear speaking, right? And so I didn't have all this beautiful setup that we're in right now. I just had my iPhone, the little program they give you the podcast, right? And I learned how to do it. I learned how to edit it and just my voice. And I think I released maybe like 4 or 5 episodes. A little bit of traction. But I was just like, God, I don't want to just be sitting in my room talking to myself. Like, this is cool, but this is not how I see this going. And I met you. From the first time that we met, I low-key tried to take over your photo shoot. I didn't mean to do that, okay? I was just trying to help my friend. Little did I know, Angie B. Winning know what she's doing, okay? So book her. She didn't even give me no attitude or nothing like that. You worked with me. So that was really cool. And I loved what I saw you doing with my friend. And I was like, I'm going to hit the ground running with this Color Me Free stuff and pivot and take it outside of the church. I didn't know how to make that look. Then I booked you. And from our very first discovery call, it's almost like we've been locked in since day one.
I would agree.
Yeah, we've been locked in since day one. What you'll see in this kind of space, y'all, is us doing what we've been doing since the first time we met.
And that was what, like last November, October?
Yeah, I want to say it was like October or November. We've met in a favorite coffee shop, Virginia Beach, Colorado, shameless plug. And we would sit there for hours.
And hours. And hours.
Listen, it's just wild because we started talking about the project as we were building up for the project. And before you know it, we talking about our husbands in a good way, okay? Our families, our jobs, our aspirations, our God, kingdom purposes, just the things that we wanted to accomplish. It's just been on ever since.
It has been. And remember, I was talking to you about the podcast, and you were like, I don't know how you feel about it, but what do you think about us doing it together? It made me think about what God was saying to me. Like, I didn't tell you how to do it. I told you what to do.
Same.
How we immediately locked in with one another. Pour into me, I pour into you. Facts. Iron definitely has been sharpening iron. We live in this society where there's like no new friends, especially when you're an adult.
Girl, that's a whole nother episode. No new friends. I got a whole spiel I could give you about that, but
we're going to keep it here.
Right.
So it was definitely, a breath of fresh air to just, come out of my own personal shell, being home, being a full-time entrepreneur, just really containing myself in home or working with clients and then coming back and being to my own self.
Yeah.
It was really timely that we would connect and we would go out, we would do coffee, cry, laugh.
Baby, because I don't know how many times I done cried. I think it's beautiful because I'm a fan of authentic relationships. I'm not a fan of forcing anything or forcing anyone to like me or forcing myself to be in anybody else's space. I just believe that you ask God for something, and it wasn't that I necessarily asked him for new friends. I just asked him to show me how to do and who to do it with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I asked him to do. He did just that. He's been doing just that. And I'm so grateful and thankful for meeting you. I don't even know how else to say it. When people talk about kingdom connections, be so cliche, and you're like, well, how do I determine those things? I don't want necessarily anything from you, and I think it's the same. Right. We're just trying to fulfill our purpose, and we're on the same page. We get along, we cool, we have good conversation. Just try it and see what happens. Right. And so that's what we have.
And being open. Yeah. Are you willing? Yeah. And sometimes when it comes to establishing new friendships, we create these false narratives.
Yeah, come on.
About expectations with friendships.
Yeah.
Or any type of relationships. We are not really good at communicating our expectations.
Yeah.
If we are, a lot of the times they don't come out in love, and then we end up severing relationships that probably were beneficial. Yeah. Specifically for me, because God has me in a collaborative season. Yeah. Sometimes you have to humble yourself and be a part of a group, be connected with someone that has exceeded you in a certain area. So I would say, like, as far as my relationship with God, although I don't want anything from you, if iron is truly sharpening iron, then whatever is on you,
all right.
Be on me.
All right. When you said that, Holy Spirit talks about how her belly leapt, leaped, or it's like when your spirit connected with mine, I just feel something. It feels authentic. Right. It feels genuine. It feels purposeful, right? It feels purposeful. Like you said, because we're in the same space, whatever's on you, I got to get some of that. Me going and taking myself fully into this entrepreneurial side. You, even though I don't want anything from you, what's on you and how you've been able to build your business, and you're still growing in your business and you're still doing your thing, that's eventually gonna rub off on me.
It's a transfer.
It's a transfer. And
it's like a deposit and withdrawal.
Come on.
That's the Holy Spirit.
Ooh.
You're depositing something in me, unbeknownst to me. Yeah. So I'm withdrawing, but depositing something in you that you need, or that you need faith in order to do. Yeah. A lot of the times I share with clients, especially those who are entrepreneurs. Yeah. A lot of the times you will be the only person that does the entrepreneur thing, so they just don't get it. You're in fellowship with someone. Yeah. And you meet someone, you're able, based upon what they show you, what they display out of their mouth, you can kind of slot them. Yeah. Not in a condescending, I'm this big, almighty, puffed up spirit, but you can kind of figure out, like, how are they beneficial in my life in this season? Slot. Yeah. When we spoke, felt like God has you in this collaborative season. Yeah. And so do I. Because think about how many things we've been doing by ourselves.
Exhausted. Yeah. Trying to do all the things.
Yeah. Big part of it is just simply asking, simply having a conversation. Yeah. But I feel like in order for us to ask and have a conversation, there does need to be some trust and some comfort there. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the time frame in which we known each other.
And that's the thing. You said something really key there, because even though I felt like I may have known you for years, the reality is I've only known you for a few months. Sometimes we like to base how we work or do with a person, or how we give or invest in a person, how long we've known them. For instance, you run a business, you do videography, you do photography. I didn't come in expecting you to give me a discount, give it to me for free. I paid you what your business requires. With that, I did not expect a sister friend. I didn't expect us to have great conversation. I didn't expect it to be where, like, you check on me, I check on you. I didn't expect that. I just thought we were going to work together, have this great project, and keep it moving. But the Lord saw different. And because we were open, I was open. There's been instances where I've made some connections with some cool people, even on social media. I haven't met them in person, but I'm just like, I would love to meet them in person, because we have such great rapport online. They seem really cool. And God has me in that space where it's like, I think he's like preparing
Yes.
He's like planting seeds in places all over the United States. People I don't know. I believe in my heart that I have an opportunity to meet them. I think he's going to do the same thing for you. He's going to do the same thing for us in this space, is create an open door for people that might not have listened to you by yourself, might not have listened to me by myself, but because we're coming together. They might be like, what they doing? How long? You know, because you know how people are. How long they known each other?
How they be? And that's the thing. I think that, you know, to kind of break that yoke.
Yeah.
Because we add time to everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, God says that his timing is not our time.
It just ain't.
Our thoughts are not his thoughts.
Facts.
Something that might seem quick to someone else might be slow to another.
I heard something. Listen, we might go off in the spirit a few times in these episodes, so just go with us. But honestly, I heard something in the spirit, and yeah, we've heard it in church before. The Holy Spirit just reminded me, a quick work. Like, things are going to be quick, because at the end of the day, yeah, we cute and we cool and we gonna cut up. We both believers, and we know that Jesus is coming soon. And because he is, there's things that have to be done in the earth. And so things are going to start moving really fast. And sometimes we have to not be concerned about how fast or how slow a thing is going, but just kind of like enjoy the journey.
Exactly.
Right. And not second guess the speed either. Because sometimes when things going a little too fast, we'll be like, hold on, wait.
Where the brakes at?
This might be too good to be true. I'm waiting for the other shoe to fall. That's me. Sometimes I wait for the other shoe to fall. You know, God is getting me out of that mindset. It's a shift in our mind. Like, how do we think about a thing? How do we feel about a thing? And how are we going to respond? Heart posture.
Right.
Like you said in the beginning. All this literally, like, it's a God thing.
Exactly.
It's my heart is to always support people. But I have to be honest, I haven't always felt supported in projects. Some of my close friends, they ride or dies. But some other people that you've served, you've helped, you've loved on them, you have encouraged them, and you just be like, well, where's the support for me?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm just honored to like be in this space, to have the kind of conversations that we have at the coffee shop.
Yes. I think that is refreshing. I definitely believe that there should be order to things.
Oh, yeah.
However, just to have a conversation where someone can just think, maybe I'm in a collaborative season and this is the reason why things aren't working. Because if we don't do our part, then there's somebody else who's unable to do theirs.
Wow.
So shameless plug for Sierra Mason. I was listening to her this morning, and she talked about your gift, the spiritual gifts that you have. And if you don't know, you need to ask Holy Spirit to reveal it to you, because it might be something that's just innate.
Yeah.
But it's actually a gift.
Yeah.
So you need to get clarity on it. But the big thing that she pointed out is that the gift isn't for you. The gift is for others.
Yeah.
Being here with you is like, there's a gift that you have that's beneficial to my spirit.
Yeah.
And there's a gift that I have that's beneficial to your spirit.
Agreed.
And so when we get that leap, it's like, oh,
right. Exactly. That you bring up a good point, that I need her. We don't know. There may be some believers that listen to this. There may be some unbelievers that listen to this. But I think the principle still stands, is that collaboration is key. Like, nobody is able to be as successful alone as they would be if they collaborated, right? If they come together. Even the greatness got started with collaboration.
Right.
Rockefeller. I'm just saying.
Right.
It started with that collaboration between, what was it, Jay-Z and Dame Dash. They've gone their separate ways, and they're both successful in their own right. But the foundation started with a collaboration. Right. So we just can't be afraid of coming together. We can't be afraid of leaning on one another, because where you lack, I come in. Where I lack, you come in.
Right.
And that's why we said, yo, we're just trying to ride this collaborative train. Not saying that if this space is over, that that's still my sister girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just saying, like, however God has us on this particular project together, like, let's go.
Yeah, and let's be intentional about the time that we have together. We don't know how long. This might be, build something bigger. We might not even be doing a podcast. Baby. We might be traveling with the podcast. Yeah. Who knows? I definitely believe that this is a time that we need to be intentional,
Yeah.
not only with our actions, but also with, our senses, seeing and hearing, following, and being obedient so that we both are mutually benefiting from this season in our life.
I agree. I'm just looking forward to having a good time, laughing.
We gonna have a good time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Last time when we was in the coffee shop, we got to talking about everything. We talked about the hood. I told you,
we did talk about the hood.
We talked about sex within marriage, married sex. Okay, we talked about kids, your shift into entrepreneurship, where I'm at. We've got a lot of things that we gonna uncover as we candidly
have these conversations.
Come on now. So I look forward to what we're gonna bring.
Me too. Don't get comfortable with this location.
Yeah.
Just gonna let you know it's gonna change. And it's gonna grow.
Y'all heard it here first. That it's gonna change and it's gonna grow. Because we're in our what?
We're in our collaborative season.
Yes,
we are.
We're going to make it do what it's going to do. Okay, so just make sure that y'all tune in to Candid Conversations because you just never know what you're going to get here. Yeah, we love God, but I'm just saying, we turn up a little bit too.
Me too. And it's going to be a good ride.
It's going to be a good ride. I'm excited.
Me too. So y'all make sure y'all come back. Y'all tune in. We'll let y'all know when we drop the next episode.
Absolutely.
But we thank y'all for listening. And give us feedback.
Let us know if there are some topics that you would like for two sister girls to sit here.
Who love God.
Who love God, huh? Who love a good time, huh? We both love glasses. She don't have hers on today.
I let you shine today.
Yeah, you let me shine. You let me shine because, I like my new glasses. We have a lot of things in common. Now, my Christian Turn Up Girl playlist is like that.
Playlist. It is.
It's like that.
We should put that out there.
We should put. Don't play.
That should be the Candid Conversation playlist. We should create one.
You heard it here first. So be on the lookout for the Candid Conversations playlist because, we the girls like to turn up and worship at the same time. Praise God.
That's it.
So I'm excited. We're going to do this.
We are. We're doing this.
We're
already doing this.
We're doing this.
That's all we got for you.
That's all we got.
It's your girl, Angie B. Winning.
And your girl, Nakeyia B. Until next time.
Peace.